home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People like me, people like you. If I could just wake up and not be
It's true, but it is. Ah, it is.
living in
The real world. What's up, motherfuckers?
Rich men know the rich men, Lord knows all. Just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know.
Know that you do.
Dollar hates shit, and it's constant on him.
Rich man, north of rich. Well, you know,
Politicians, look out for minors, not just
what you motherfuckers up to tonight?
somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street.
Give me a half a minute. I'm gonna make sure y'all hear me.
Milking welfare.
Fat motherfuckers. 5. Yeah. Wrong. Hang on. Technical difficulty. Everybody done all right? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Real wild shit been going on lately, huh? Well, Dirty Straits been fucking crawling with some filthy motherfuckers lately, huh? Who's familiar with the Mandela effect? But it is. All it is. So, just shit going on. Dirty bird shit in the fucking bed. Oh, hell. We got Dumpy's fucking ball game. See, what else going on? What else I missed? Oh, the Rebs. He got a lot going on. But he went bought the shit. You know, had it delivered too. So, anyway, I got into a little bit of a debate last night. Another channel. A one that good guy, fucking smart man. And being oh, come shut it, you little dumpy. Did the forklift, did y'all finally get it running to get your fat ass up out of bed?
Your bathroom needs to be small spaces. The always on odor fighting air freshener you set and forget.
So, nope. You gonna party? Let's do this. But anyway, fucking yeah, Dumpy got me sidetracked. All right, Marco Dumpy up for 1. That's the only one you'll get tonight. So, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch this other fucking video over here.
Your private job, serving civil papers?
Yes, sir.
They know you're using that radio?
Yes, sir.
They do?
Yes, sir.
Adam?
Yes, sir.
We're going to find out all that.
Okay.
Step out and sit back here.
Sure. Okay.
Step out.
I do.
Sit right there.
Your own cuff too? Not against the law.
No, sir.
You have any firearms in the truck?
No, sir.
You have a canine in there?
No, sir.
Is that our frequency you're listening to?
Yes, sir.
What's the phone? What? They go bond out on that. Contact Adam. See if they know who this guy is. He says the volunteer is going to have a radio. What do you think of the radio?
Come out.
You're telling me the thing that you're doing it.
Nah, what's the hell going on? Why ain't you playing that video?
Yes. You're on certain civil papers. He's already going to light and sirens. Didn't know he was behind you, did you? You're not law enforcement. You understand that, right?
Yes. I don't have blue lights either.
You're right. You don't have blue lights, but you're driving crazy down the middle of the road. That's not an emergency. No, sir.
Hang up on that just a minute. Let me reset this motherfucker and see if I can. Now, what the hell?
I can see inside you the sickness is rising. Don't try to deny what you feel. It seems that all that was good has died and it's decaying in me. It seems you're having some trouble in dealing with these changes. Living with these changes. Now the world is a scary place.
Okay.
This is our guy who serves our civil papers. You can do that.
Right.
Some tickets. We're going to go to court. You know things we're going to do here.
Okay.
You got handcuffs in there, too. What are handcuffs for?
They're from.
What are they for?
They're a theft deterrent.
A theft deterrent.
Yep.
What does a theft deterrent mean?
Well, it'll keep somebody from breaking into my truck. Hopefully. That's the thought.
You know, of course,
No, no. They big man.
You're saying carrying handcuffs in your truck means they won't break into your truck. So you're
If
making it look like it's a law enforcement truck, so they won't break into it.
if you walked up to break that window and break in, and you saw that, would you break in?
I'm not a criminal, but yeah, steal your handcuffs and steal your guns.
Okay.
Is there guns in there?
I'm not a criminal, but boy, he sure answered that
Yourself
quick.
as a law enforcement officer.
Nope.
Certified what? Fire, explosion, investigator. You're wearing a badge to serve papers that says that. I think you're trying to ID yourself and come on as a law enforcement officer. No, that's what it looks like to me. Why would you wear an arson investigator badge to serve civil papers? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't use to get you court. You have the right to an attorney to
Why
press their
wouldn't you?
question. You can't afford an attorney. One will be appointed to you free of charge before any questions are asked. You understand your rights?
Yes.
You can answer questions if you so desire. Make a statement.
Now, would you pay close attention to how mad these motherfuckers get and the way they project shit? Well, like old Dumpy over here. Now, he's a little bitch and he just assumes everybody else is and gets all mad when they're not. Tries to bow and flex and run his cock coaster, but, ultimately he gets put in the corner. But anyway, I'm not by any means asking for this guy's actions. I'm just pointing out, just like yesterday or the day before, though, Rock the fucking bodybuilder and his attitude, the arrogance and the self-righteousness of law enforcement. And now that kind of come up in a little debate last night, and or discussion, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I got under some people's skins. But anyway, people are trained to fucking worship just, I can't do nothing without the cops. We're all defenseless without the cops. They're the goddamn Supermans and superheroes and blah, 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 blah. But they're not. They're not. The government is not our friend. If you don't believe me, go ask any Native American you can find. So, no, that's right. There's very few. Probably fewer than the Jews. Went after them. Yeah, we all know who went after them, don't we?
Where's the canine?
At home,
What kind of dog is it?
German Shepherd.
What does it do?
He's a tracking dog. He's a certified search and rescue dog.
So, Adam gave you a radio.
Yes, sir.
Who did Adam do you work for?
I work for the Races.
For what?
Races?
Races?
Yes. Radio emergency, radio amateur civil emergency service. There we go.
Let me see your radio.
Now they're taking it properly. and nobody had it. Because
We're gonna do this. Let me see that part.
Introducing the safest dog fence ever created. The new Halo Color 3 is a virtual.
Yeah, you see it? Sure. That's the phone number. What's the phone number now?
I've got it on my
Oh,
phone.
Trixie.
68 683 6700. Yes, sir. Bunch of dead bodies back there, man.
So now he's trying to program and he's fucking with the property. It's not his. It is state property. So something along them lines. And that's all the town wants.
We don't have all the system, do we?
Yeah. Oh, Trumpy my trick.
You hold on to this.
I gave it back to him.
So you're on an amber green light. Get for traffic. What law in the state of Arkansas allows you to do that? There's not.
Lacey's. Oh, Justin. I can't remember his last name now.
Well, he says he's a volunteer. They're in black at the back of your vehicle?
Nope.
Not at all. Door.
That is a bite stick for dog training, sir.
Fight stick. Right.
I'll be
Can I
happy to check
search
for
your
you, sir.
truck?
That's a bite stick for dogs?
That is a bite stick for dogs. It's an ass bite stick, but that's what it's used for.
An ass bite.
Turn your radio over. You gotta pick it up.
Sir?
Give me your radio. We're taking that into evidence. We're going to contact Adam. Are you? Green light. Are you a firefighter?
I'm certified by
Green.
Are you a firefighter? What agency?
I'm not.
What emergency was you running to?
We've been over
What
this.
emergency was you running to? We've been over it. Which emergency were you running to? What emergency were you running to?
I was trying to get to that lady before she left with her children.
Where are the papers at? Let me see the papers.
What paper would you like to see, sir?
Now this copy
What you
reading
want, sir?
somebody
Oh,
else's.
sir.
There you
I got a hearing disability. I'm sorry.
Demanding.
You can say that without stepping towards us. Listen, I don't have a hearing disability.
Okay.
I can talk louder. But that's what you have. The papers that you're going to serve right now.
I can
That's
answer.
what I need to see.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, I don't agree with what this homeowner
You have insurance with you?
I do.
doing. But it's kind of brave.
That's everything I'm serving, sir.
No, I told you what you were serving. What I asked for was right there.
Anybody
What are you serving right
trying
now?
to represent herself as law
Restraining order?
enforcement in this day and age.
You're serving a restraining order, which is not a, that's for a divorce.
An order to give up
I'm
the kids.
always done that.
And there's
You drive 90 miles an hour down a turn like school's about to get
Yeah,
out. Put
it's my
everybody at
bitch.
risk.
She says it all the
I
time.
don't think I was driving 90.
So,
I'm sorry, sir.
You got to mark 24.
Rick
Well,
don't
that's
mean
sport
shit,
day.
man. I like dragging him around.
Police also are civil process service, so you get
Right.
just recorded.
Treat him like a human being and
You said it was
good
one
for that
okay.
bit.
Authorized for long.
Plus,
No, that's not what you told me.
so-
You told me when I pulled up to you, you said this is through Long County. This is a divorce.
Yes, sir. It's a result of a divorce.
A divorce out of Texas.
I'm not sure I'm going to tell you right. Under this evidence. You sure got a badge on display?
Got a badge display, brother. A
Well,
legal
let me
badge.
fix that for you.
No. Right there. You can leave it right there. You got it on. The handcuffs is a theft deterrent. Yeah, that
They do all that said about handcuffs. Handcuffs ain't illegal.
What process company do you work for?
I've used
I
them
work
to
for myself, sir.
remove people from
What's the
my
name of your
house.
company?
Turk legal process.
Who do you work for? What are some of your clients?
And I
Well,
still
actually, this is
got
the
them.
first one.
I'm
This is the
also
first one.
have a little fun with a little
You're the
friend
first name.
here.
What I think. Where are you from?
Jacksonville.
I got
You're
blind
remote
phones
handgun
and shit like that for
Why
that
is it remote?
too. So no.
I'm an instructor on the sheriff. You don't answer that question, I'm going to get it from the state police. I'm also a handgun instructor. It's not hard to get the information. You're not going to cooperate with me. We're going to go down the other track. I'm trying to give you every opportunity to explain what you're doing here.
Well,
You put everybody at risk, 50, 90 miles an hour to catch up with you. Just so happens we drive by
But you ain't doing that.
too.
Now
You're
you're big
one of
now.
my deputy sheriffs. It's hard for us
Catch
to
this. Let's go back. Y'all hear this. Now, I will say the guy, from what I've seen of the video, he's running, I believe they said amber and green, or no, blue and green lights. I believe is what they said. And all this other shit. Claimed that they had to do 90 miles an hour to catch up to him and shit. But listen to what he says about the Dodge pickups.
I'm also a handgun instructor. It's not hard for me to get this information. You're not going to cooperate with me. We're going to go down the other track. I'm trying to give you every opportunity to explain what you're doing here.
Well,
You put everybody at risk. We have 90 miles an hour to catch up with you. Just so happens we drive black and gray Dodge pickups too. To me, you're.
Now, see, it just so happens we drive this gray and black, charcoal colored Dodge pickup. So, can't nobody else drive one like that. And anyway, he's building a case for the fact that they're gang members, they're armed fucking gang members. And in that debate last night, that's, kind of debate, heated, passionate discussion, dog pile, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of what I was trying to get to. But like I said, it was a good time. And to me, people are either open-minded and willing to see the other side and listen, or they're just there simply to argue their point, to prove their point, not even to argue. But anyway, they get all upset about handcuffs. Handcuffs ain't illegal. Actually, they're sold in stores and shit across the country. Guns ain't illegal. The bat sticks ain't. But see, they want it to they want to make it illegal for us to defend and serve ourselves in most cases. Like I said, this dude's an idiot for trying to, put himself off as one. But there we go.
One of my deputy sheriffs. It's hard for us to do our job. You run around here doing this stuff. You're not going to cooperate with me. We're going to go down the other track. I'm trying to give you every opportunity to explain what you're doing here.
We're going to
Put everybody at risk. We have 90 miles an hour to catch up with you. Just so happens we drive black and gray Dodge pickups too. To me, you're personally one of my deputy sheriffs. Makes it hard for us to do our job. You run around here doing this kind of stuff. Everybody over here is giving us thumbs up because they see you doing this, driving like a fool. What happened to you? Why did it get real?
I made a mistake a long time ago.
What was it?
The license is for amateur radio.
Yeah.
Amateur radio host.
So where does that radio come back to? Did you purchase it?
No. It belongs to Adam.
It belongs to Adam.
Don't stay at them.
Well, it's going to be returned to Adam.
Okay.
Stay.
It's got a radio on the straight. Where's that amateur radio?
Shit. Adam 12.
This summer, chill like you're retired.
It's also got a radar. It's got radar.
Goes right. 1015, criminal impersonation. Put your hands on the truck. Right there. And do the papers. Put your hands on the truck.
You're not allowed to take them papers.
Anything else on you?
Nope.
Red and green.
Are you incorporated? I am.
LLC.
State of Arkansas. Yes. You work for a service paper.
Signature there on
Myself.
the GPS.
Who got you service papers? Oh, that's the attorney out of Texas. Texas. Yes, sir. How did he get a hold of you? Internet. These first papers you served. Yes, sir. You never served any other papers. Nope. So why is your handling license revoked? You have criminal history.
I mean, this dude just stupid out like Rick. You know, but hey.
Okay, so give us we need code 11 as well. We're going to get my camera. I'm going to photograph it. Yeah. What did you think this was okay for? You're trying to be the police and you can't be the police. No. That's what I think.
Rick Crew got here,
trying to be then? Why are you running like this?
Rick
No
Crew
other
got
picture
here.
does it. My guy drives a Mark unit. You're trying to be the police and you can't be the police. No. That's what
He said, no. Now, y'all tell me this ain't Rick Crew.
What?
What do you think this is okay for?
Trying to be police. You can't be the police.
Trying to be the police because you can't. Ricky.
I'm not trying to be the police.
That's you, Ricky. And you can't be, you never will be. You're a failure, always have been.
What are you trying to be then? Why are you running like this? No other paper server does that. My guy drives a Mark unit. He doesn't drive like that. Right. He's a full-time certified deputy to serve papers. Yeah. He didn't act like this. Yeah. You got this badge on right here. Why are you wearing the arts investigator badge to serve papers? Well, I'm hoping it doesn't. I don't get shot. So you're impersonating an officer? No. You're trying to impersonate an officer? No. That's what you're hoping it doesn't get you shot. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Definitely ain't necessarily wrong, but he damn sure trying to build the case on the side of the road. But you go to defend yourself, this ain't the place to
You got felony
discuss.
charges in your act. Does Adam know that? Nope. They will. Here you don't do it.
He says, I'm going to snitch on you.
We're taking it. We're going to send it back to him.
Definitely Arkansas, though. But
We're doing it. And we're going to inventory it. Okay. Because you got handcuffs, you got a badge, you got a body camera, you're civil law enforcement, you're running lights and sirens in the middle of the road, you're the reason you have handcuffs, it's a theft term, which doesn't make sense.
It don't matter.
You got felony charges on you and you got a badge. And I know what it says when I get close, and I know what you're saying. You're saying you're an arson investigator. Nobody in this state or this country is going to use you as an arson investigator because you're a felon. Okay? This to me looks like you're impersonating an officer. You're running down the middle of the road at over 90 miles an hour with lights going. It says caution working dog. You're saying you're a civil process server. You're telling us that you're trying to get here because this is what it is and stuff. This isn't that kids. It's a emergency order. Okay. So you also got a line. You have a radar. Says I enjoy playing with it. You're playing with it? Yeah, I enjoy just watching it. The radar. You enjoy watching the radar. I'm not sure you don't try to pull people over. And I run 6 or 8 of these unmarked documents. So. You have guns in here? Nope. You're under arrest.
Like I said, it's probably, you give it a look at
Did you just cite me? No, sir. No, sir.
He probably ain't up to no good.
Yeah, but the dash cam will.
But, so what?
Sure, you have the radio. Switch it up. So that dash cam, when you get the footage off that dash cam, it comes doing 90 miles an hour with lights and siren. David?
Now you had siren.
I don't know. I think from the guy I just spoke to, he's going to email me. He says, take this.
But, yeah, now that this old bacon bit right here, I'll have lights and sirens this time. while ago, it just light. Well, it started out doing 90 miles an hour, then it's 90 miles an hour with lights. Then it was 90 miles an hour with lights in the middle of the road. Then it's 90 miles an hour with lights and sirens in the middle of the road. And I don't know this guy's past. There's pictures of him in the thumbnail of the original video. You can see it right here who it is. I think this motherfucker's probably a cop, but I might be wrong. But anyway, and it keeps going back to handcuffs. Handcuffs ain't illegal. Hell, little billy clubs and shit ain't even illegal. Baseball bats ain't illegal. Fucking an Uzi ain't illegal. Well, the words on the paper says it's against the law, but the words on the paper go against what's supposed to be the supreme word on paper, which is the Constitution and the Second Amendment. But then we're going to take it further than that, and then just a natural right of self-preservation by whatever means. And these bacon bits love taking that shit away from us.
Yeah. Well, you see what you can't understand. The thing about it is, he's going to have a desk count what he did. I've seen that.
Go volunteer for Adam. The only reason I
That's true.
was license. It's basically old enough to be a natural death.
Not running those tomatoes, not serve papers, but look at that.
I think it's
He served papers. So,
where'd you get the papers from?
these particular ones came from an attorney in Houston. Well, just we're gonna put all that in evidence. Yeah, he can do that. You can do the attorney. You're an attorney. Yeah, he's an attorney. So what you need to get. Because you're gonna prove to us that you're not a person law enforcement officer. It's a gun. What's in the back of your truck here? What are those for? Are you a CPO? Where'd they come from? Who owns those? Where'd they come from?
The CPR store.
Are you a CPR instructor? You got your card? Where'd you get your truck for?
Somewhat.
What's in the box there?
I don't think anything is. I think there's a jump box in there.
What's the last time? Where was that?
It was yesterday, and it was in my month.
Teach for.
PAPB.
You know you're a felon?
Nope.
What's the combination for this?
I don't know.
You get a search warrant for anything that's not locked. If he doesn't
Well,
cooperate.
our privacy law, I'm gonna say our policy says like
I didn't get a search warrant for his house.
you can be a felon in the notary.
You can't be bonded to be a felon. Did they know that you're? When did this get issued?
That was issued. It expired 2027, so it's recent.
Dude,
So you lied on state court there. Get that. They asked if you convicted crimes.
Nope.
You didn't lie on it.
Nope.
You put on there you're a felon.
Nope.
Nope.
You pardon?
Nope.
346. Nope.
He answering a whole lot of
Did you mark on
questions.
the application you did that?
Not on what?
On your notary.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are the handcuffs for?
I said that's the turn.
What about the ones in the back of the pepper spray?
The ones in the back. Well, pepper spray. No.
You don't have to explain this shit. Some people just keep on talking. When they ain't got no answers, and they should have kept a walk.
When you applied for your notary, you filled out the questionnaire, right? What all questions do you remember being on there? Because we're gonna pull that as well. Okay.
He never claimed to fill one out, apparently.
You was charged in 2008. Back assault.
Fuck is that?
We're all that unless you want to go to us. What happened with aggravated assault?
I don't know.
What court was
He's got a breathalyzer. He's got a taser. He's got everything. I think a certain drug house.
And do it in charge of possession of a weapon. For each one of them.
How's that gonna work?
You'll see. I'm a law enforcement officer. You have radar. You have a BAC, a PPT, right?
Make sure I don't drive drunk.
Make sure you don't drive drunk.
Oh, shit.
That makes sense, huh? You care about
I'm
your
sure
car,
I
deputy?
don't drive drunk.
Just make sure you don't drive drunk. Just make sure you- There.
Oh, one the toboggan. I'm not sure he's smart enough to even more.
What search and rescue are you with?
I'm an internet search and rescue guy. I have a dog, and somebody needs me to call me.
You drinking today?
No. I'm out to Philly Drive. That's why it sounds like that.
When's the last time you searched?
I'm sorry.
When's the last time you searched?
Not this year.
Not this year. Why not?
I hadn't had any calls.
Got canine on the front of his truck.
Working dog.
Well, no, fucking Jeff, bro.
Last fire you been to?
There's shit
Sorry,
up.
last fire you been to? A couple years ago.
Couple
So
years.
you're not associated with any fire department. Oh, any search and rescue.
Just what I told you.
So when you got the stack, you got put down with search and rescue.
I was with search and rescue, yes. And I still do that.
You do.
My dog got German Shepherd.
What's it trained in?
Tracking and trailing.
That's it?
That's it.
Language doesn't speak.
He's in German.
German?
Yep.
What language does he speak?
Slap the
Fucking dog, dumbass. I might understand a couple of
Sorry?
them.
So love our dogs.
It just so happens I'm a dog guy.
Outstanding. We're going to get along well then.
No, we're not either. I'm not a criminal.
Oh, listen to it.
We don't act like it.
There's that judgmental
He
condescending shit.
run lights. And I just know you're a valid part of their organization. We're going to check with driver control about getting that search and rescue tags. What requires to get those. Radio. You're hearing Ava radio, listening to our break. Why were you listening to our break?
Why not?
Oh,
So whenever you, where were you meet this lady?
school.
Cool.
You say school. What school?
High school.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Arkansas, right? But three.
Her ex-husband.
What school are you going to?
The high school.
You said the high school. Well, and then you paused. I'm a
What?
trained investigator, okay? I'm trained in these techniques. Okay? You're lying. What school are you going to?
The high school.
They get camera evidence too. We want his cameras.
Is it on?
It is on.
Turn it off.
We're riding down the driveway.
When did you were you recording as you were driving down the road at 91 hours? No, just when you were in contact with us. You don't know when you started recording? You don't know when. Okay.
Ah,
A researcher found that men over 45 who don't have erection problems have a little bathroom habit they do before getting in bed with a girl.
Trump, he ain't got
And let me
erection
tell you,
problem 'cause he ain't
After
got
my
no
husband
balls.
discovered this, our sex life.
Damn, not up. Anyway. Go over here and see if I can find another. Like I said, this channel got several, but I still think they're kind of a copper channel. Looks like I got a part two. Hell yeah. We'll watch this one together. I hadn't seen it, this one here myself.
I'm a
Tell you what we can do. Right, that ain't done.
independent investigator, sir. It says I'm an investigator. Would you like to read it, sir?
So you're not with any
No. I do.
Is that your frequency you're listening to?
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
I can't. What? You're here, Trumpy? I give a fuck. Hey. No. Fuck it is what it is. But you're here. And that's it, I know that don't count for nothing, but hey, you're still here. Give me just because I know it's a big echo. Shouldn't happen again. Uh, kill this motherfucker. It's all laptop I've been blessed with. Every once in a while, damn screen will just start mixing in and out. And, I tried all kinds of shit I found online to fix it. Just plain and simple, every once in a while, I just got to turn that motherfucker off and turn her back on. But that's why I started. Been trying to do more off the laptop than the phone, and get a little more proficient with it. And so that's what's up. So let's see. Back up here. That shit off. That shit off. That. Yes. Yes. All right. I think we're back there. So, all right. I think we're back there. So, all right. I think we're back there. Still echoing. Still echoing. Still echoing. That's what happened. I figured it out. Two tabs open on this motherfucker. On the channel. And so that's where the echo comes from. So, got that squared out. Yeah, I never claimed to be the bride, sir. Dumpy. Quit crying about it. Oh, yeah, that's fucking dumbass, ain't it? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do this.
Go down and see they're ready for you.
I'll be right there.
To-do.
They're from. They're a theft deterrent.
Certified blood, fire, explosion, investigator. You're wearing a badge, sir. She says that.
I'm not. That is a bike stick for dog training, sir.
Okay? This to me looks like you're impersonating an officer. You're running down the middle of the road at over 90 miles an hour. This dog is working dog. He's going to tell you, you also got a you have a radar.
It says I enjoy playing with it.
I enjoy playing with it.
I enjoy just watching it.
The radar. You enjoy watching the radar. I'm not sure you don't try to pull people up. So, what's more like that? It's good. That's charge of possession of a weapon.
Big Peter's gonna make an impact.
Oh. Number one, and I want a double.
All right, and then
And no mayonnaise.
small, medium, large.
Large, please. And I also want a 6-piece chicken dinner. Yeah, chicken nugget for both.
Chicken nugget.
Yep.
Anything?
Barbecue. Yep.
All right.
Cheers.
So which one?
Please. Good. I know, right?
He said it. 570.
Oh, just try to stay out of trouble. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Shirley Kelly across from here, probably 10-12 with a juvenile over to the quarter per video. Starting around should be 25443.
Just like a base of what we can do about it. Look inside, it's right there. Don't come around. Look right inside there. Where am I looking? 84. Right here on the red screen. Oh, speeding? Yep. Yeah. Looking at traffic. I got dash cam video of all of it.
Hey, look, they have your name on it.
They did have my name on it. Hey, whatever happened to the cop that shot the dude in his apartment?
They fired her.
Okay.
That's the last thing I read. But I honestly think she was an idiot. I really do.
She you know, the whole deal was he right in the apartment below hers?
I think he was above.
Okay, that was what I was thinking.
Because something she complained about is noise. The noise.
She had probably worked a 12-hour shift because that's how we do things. And she was probably exhausted, and she probably went to the wrong deck by accident.
Because I work 12-hour days for prison, I can understand that.
Absolutely.
Like, so I do feel like, and you're
What's up,
I feel like.
How are you doing?
Do you have your concealed license?
I was bored. Nobody else was driving. I thought, might as well.
This game, you're not ready for it.
I'm kicking and thrashing. Stomping and
You're
snorting.
in the middle of a beautiful sci-fi environment.
Living rent free, you know.
And you're seeing intrigue, the espionage, the alliances form, the power.
No, everybody wants to be like Mike.
Is the information for this has got the emergency petition for enforcement and modification of child custody. Exhibit 2 is once again the default enforcement decree as it's stated in the enforcement. Exhibit 3, which is the child support information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does she have a warrant for her for that child support stuff?
No.
Okay.
No, we just got the child support done.
Okay.
I literally found out that they accepted my court document that I sent them on Monday. And I found out that I was having to look and see that it showed a reader. So I literally just found out this week.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. So did
Yeah, that's one thing. Debtor's court can't be thrown in jail for owing money, but failure to pay fines, or anything the state claims that you owe them. They reduce it down basically to a court order, and then you get thrown in jail for contempt of court.
She's gonna lie to me about who she is.
Yeah, she has tattoos. She had on her back,
Last ride
back tattoo.
received
It's a
for
cross. I
me.
believe it says "Daddy" on it. And also across the back of her neck, unless she got that covered up, or that might have been part of the cover up, she had the word Zachary on the back, like right on her. But I think that was covered up with that cross.
Yeah,
It may have been covered up with that cross.
Never mind.
It says Daddy on the back.
It says Dad or Daddy.
Right. Okay. Is there anything that she's gonna be able to show me without having to pull her shirt up? All right. Cool deal.
That's my attorney.
Okay.
You'll get him.
Oh yeah. When I was a police officer, they
Clowns are clowns.
nobody else found out the ones they sent me on. So yeah.
That's why I think the more information we give you,
Absolutely.
the easier it's going to be.
Absolutely. All right. So
I
for
said,
future
I said
reference,
this to my attorney.
if this happens again, don't confront them. Don't talk to anybody until your process server gets there. If she'd have been here, I could have served her. This would all been done.
Well, my attorney had asked me to get here, I guess, before you, because the writ of habeas corpus, we didn't want to serve her with that if they were going to release the kids to me, because then there's no point, because that tells her to show up to Houston with the kids.
Right.
And there's no point to give her that. The judge even told me it's null and void if you have possession.
Yeah.
Which was the whole reason for going in there, because that's what she told them. She said, there's a chance they'll just let you walk out with them. And they do. And you don't need this.
Yeah. And they were going to let me walk out with it, but they let her go first.
And he found her that he went off to read.
And she hit him in her home.
Yeah.
While he was on a
I don't think none of them. Never mind.
Yeah. We'll see how that works out. And if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna go in there with you guys.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put a little pressure on him because anyway, I took care of you there, but it's in reality, I know this doesn't really matter at this point, but she's gonna have to give you this back anyway. So all right. Well, I'm gonna follow you guys over to the high school, and we'll go talk to Mr. Bird and see.
I don't know. I have to look.
Okay. All right.
If I find something, I'll send it to see if he can forward it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This same guy.
Okay. Let me follow y'all over there, and if I have to get rough with him, I will. But I'm gonna try to. I always start nice. It's easier to catch flies with honey than with vinegar.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I'll see y'all over there. Right. They changed all this up since I've been around here, so. Yes.
Watching your fucking
Hey, sir.
score.
Hey, Sheriff Kirk, nice to meet you. What are you, Sheriff? Well, I'm officer of the court, actually. I'm process server. And I'm under the authority of the court. So, well, I'm here with them. I'm just trying to figure out where this lady is. I do not know. Right. I have an address. Outstanding. She's probably.
because after this was done, she was supposed to have filed enforcement and help with child support and all of that. I gave her as much information as I could find out, and all she would do was tell me, try to get over there and find out where she's at and try to get her to meet up with you. And literally
walking into a fucking store, like an officer of the court.
She had told me she had moved to Arkansas. The first thing I did was, as soon as I get funds to be able to do so, I'm hiring a better attorney. So I'm just now finding out. It sounds like I overheard that they've been here since April.
That's correct. You guys are being very gracious, and we really, really, truly appreciate
Well, I'm sorry that didn't work out today the way they wanted it to. I really thought it would be different. But apparently they decided that they couldn't help you get the kids and couldn't stop you.
No, so Trump is keeping count for me up there, don't you?
Let's see that sheet. The current address that I have is okay. It's on my printout.
Oh, dumpy.
So did you know I was coming to serve legal paperwork on her? Okay.
No, what legal paperwork?
The same stuff you have, I have court orders for her to be in court on March the 21st as well. I have temporary restraining orders, I have ex partes, I have all kinds of stuff.
I don't think I told Mr. Burns.
See, she got notified, kind of got the kids, and then she ran before I got here. And that's where my problem lies.
Right. So order of protection you're serving?
It's a restraining order.
From this incident?
Yes.
Okay.
Not this incident, from a previous incident.
Right. It doesn't keep her from being away.
It doesn't keep her from being around anybody. The actual order itself literally just stops her from disturbing the peace of the children or any party involved in the case, myself, my family, and both of us from having, there's a lot involved in it, but it basically just stops each other from that.
It emphasizes the things in the original child.
Yeah, so when he thought, when we come in and say, hey, we need to.
Okay. Well, it's nice. I like it. Yeah. It's a cold day.
A Mike's love knows no bounds. Well, the world needs more
my
Mikes.
station riding year round when she's running right, but I hear you. It gets fucking cold.
So that's where I would start.
Okay.
I'm going to continue to print this information for you if you want to take off.
I can do that. Do y'all need anything else from me before I try to run them down?
All I need is the proof that she's been served afterwards.
I can handle that. It'll be filed with your attorney and the court and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
All right. Keep in touch if y'all hear anything, and I'll do the same. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it.
Y'all.
Nice to meet you.
Y'all holler. Don't leave me. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am. How you doing? Great. Miss Nancy live right there? Yeah. You know how I can get down there? Looks like the only way you have through the front. She just left.
Yeah, what's up with her?
Well, nothing. I just need to visit with her.
Oh, hang on a minute.
She's not in any trouble or anything. So.
I'm Let me get my phone.
Okay. Okay.
One zebra, Victor Henry.
What turned cool on us, didn't it?
Yeah. If he didn't cold day, I should be within job somewhere. But the cold ain't no heat over in.
Well,
what do you do? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I can't hate on them.
What?
I mean, hell, there's video footage out there, cops fucking manhandling ambulance drivers and shit like that. So, what business do they have at a fire? I mean, fire trucks can block shit and everything, so I ain't mad about that.
My name's Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Yep.
Oh, Joe, you beer.
Okay. This is a new truck? Yeah. Okay. Well, it's nice. I like it.
Yeah, I just got it like a week ago.
Okay.
Oh, you work for John?
No. I work for the court.
Hey, there's a Mr. Jeremy out here. Yeah, arson investigator. Yeah, he want me here looking for you. Oh, geez, you just run over there. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. So, I got some more paperwork I need to serve. Somebody who I think is one of your tenants. Hey, how you doing? Are you Miss Nancy? All right. Thank you. It's a little cool out here.
You sure you ain't quoting Linderman Lane, not Linderman
Trail?
This is, yeah, Linderman Lane. Is that not where I'm at?
No, you're on Linderman Trail.
Okay, where's Linderman Lane at?
Okay, go
That
back.
would be my mistake.
Go back out to the end of this road. Go to the left.
Okay.
I mean, the right. I'll get it right in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
It's actually right behind us.
Okay.
Right over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So
cool deal.
that's who you look for.
All right.
Thank you so much.
She's running from me, and she's packing right now, I'm sure. So I'm trying to catch her.
When you said what, I don't know what you're looking for me for.
Yeah, no, I haven't got my officer of the court badge yet.
Okay.
But I'm an arson investigator, so I just wear that.
No
Well,
problem. You know, a lot of the firemen anymore, they're
Thank you so much.
PMK, stuff
If you
like
need-
that.
If you need something, holler at us, okay?
What I do around here.
That's a fake fucking address.
That dog was not happy about it. So the fact they got this guy's GPS, I mean, it could have been it if it was entered into evidence. I guess it's public record. They getting it pretty good.
Somebody else can find them. They come to my desk. Okay. I'm not working now. Okay. Bad. Bad, so sad. Well, this is kind of a story moment, I think. Yes, sir. Oh, I thought you were. You thought I was who? Oh, no. Right? Oh, man. All right. Have a great day, brother. Oh, yes, sir. All right, man. Have a great day. These punky folk, I feel with them, man. You just got them. You drop your turkey. You make one order that says, I can have access to the information. They're hard to tend down here. Turkey got no bucks. So that you're in here, out the door. I'm not going away. I'm not going to be that rich. I have a court paperwork I have to serve. Today.
It's not about how hard you knock down, it's about how many times you get up. That's been my motto, and now it's finally paying off.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna watch this video. I'll probably watch another.
If you have time, I don't know if she's still going to be there anytime soon, but I just got called by Mr. Bird, because I just left there. That just
Mr. Bird.
They're requesting full records. So if you have the opportunity to
I'll be here a bit.
I'm about 5 minutes away. I'm on the way.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, hey, hey.
Here's where it gets stopped. Here we go.
Hey, is Mr. Bird going to hold her for me?
He said he can't be sure that he's gonna that he can.
Okay.
But that he's there for at least the next 5 minutes or so.
Okay, great deal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wonder when he turns his lights on. We'll see if he runs sirens too. Take the seatbelt off, I guess. Ding, ding, ding. I guess that's where he hit the lights. He's getting it. Oh, there's a siren.
Yeah.
He don't quite make it though. Something tells me he don't make it. That where you got to stop? Now.
Hey, brother. I'm headed up here to the school. I got a lady I'm trying to start process with, and she's trying to run with her children. I'm on orders from the judge on the court. Okay, that don't give you no right to run lights. Okay. Through the city of Cabot like that. Driver's license, trace proof, insurance. Yes, sir. I can give you that. The sheriff is right behind me. He's not very happy. Okay. Who do you work for? I'm a process server for the county. Okay. You see my order and all that stuff? Yes, sir. All right. I've got a lady up here that's fixing to run with her children, and I'm going to get her served. Civil papers from court. I got her. I'm with the county of Roanoke. I got judge's order right here, sir. I'm not a sheriff's officer, no, sir. Okay. No, sir. Okay. Okay. My name is Jeremy. Where you from? I'm from Jacksonville. You got the driver's license. What's that badge say? I'm an arson investigator also. What's that badge say? It says I'm an arson investigator. For what agency? Well, I'm certified. What agency? I'm an independent investigator, sir. What does that badge say? It says I'm an arson investigator. Would you like to read it, sir? You're not with any law enforcement? No.
Well, we've seen all of that one. So, stop that a minute. And now more. Come over here and do a little looking on.
Back again. Be able to
Give it a minute. Don't work. Make sure we got to it.
I don't think
The body laying next to her from that shotgun blast.
I don't even think it'll let you in private chat, so you might have to send it in Discord.
Just describe it.
Just describe it.
It's a dude laid on the ground.
That's who it is.
Tupac Hail Mary,
That's a
yeah.
good dude. I like the hell out of this guy.
That's a great track. Mexican OT is fire, Boston.
Moving along a little bit. I'm sure I had a really good time up there. No. I ain't gonna say everybody else did, but I did.
A damn while you're in school.
The point that I
BA, I think you're covering your mic up. Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you're covering your mic up every now and then. Oh, you there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. The speaker on the phone can't change it. It's just on Streamlab.
I'm trying to turn it up a little bit, see if that helps. Oh, there he goes. Is that infamous truth teller for real? Making sure. So I can take the screen off of you. Maybe not. Infamous truth teller, is that you? Oh, trying to fix my audio. Okay, I can see you there. Okay, got you. Got you. So what you were up to tonight, Ava? What? Yeah. It's a heart with 2 XOs on it here. Yeah, I got tons of fucking tattoos. And I still want more too. Why? Oh no, I don't want more on my face. No.
So why are you liking
No. Why do I look like someone that's in recovery?
That's like the main demographic of people I know.
Face tattoos, all tatted up. Yeah, I know. That's actually like my advantage when I do like debates and stuff, right? They think I'm just like, like this fucking idiot, and then they're like, oh, wait a minute, he knows what he's talking about.
Do you kind of like that with your peers?
F ways in every which way. Who's that though? Because I came in late, but the one that was like, fuck this and fucking and all that. He said that word a lot. I was just curious who that was.
I'm trying to think. Wait, who was swearing a lot? Maybe
that was his favorite word. He kept saying the F word like in every way abbreviation. We can say it.
I'm not sure.
That's my favorite word too. So, or righteous, higher ground or whatever, then you got to be held to a higher standard. All right. They have tried to take our God-given rights that cannot be abridged, which means taken or given from us, to defend ourselves and say we have to call them, and then get mad when we try to defend ourselves against them. Well, the laws on the book say that we have a right and a duty to resist an unjust arrest or a violation of our rights, including, unaliving motherfuckers that try to do so. So if we apply what's on the books,
100%.
we don't need new ones. And if we held them accountable.
But it has to be, it has to be a whole effort, and you got so many bad apples and so many, crooked sideways, with other motives and intentions.
Absolute power brings absolute corruption. And when they live by a different set of rules and what they expect us to, then you have, slave and masters on the wrong foot. We're supposed to be the masters, and they're the servants. Period.
Yeah, I know. There's a thing called it's called the Kymatica effect. It's like an hour or something, and exactly what you're talking about. It breaks it down about just. Yeah, it talks about like how the world, the earth is just a single-celled organism, and it just breaks it down and how it, how it's just, transpired over time and how we conform to the law of society and all that stuff. They talk about like even the court, like when you go into court and there's 12 jurors, it's like boarding and unboarding the ship. Like when they say import and export, they've been bankrupt since 1934.
Well, when you get a certified, verified, not for informational purposes only birth certificate, you got numbers on it just like you do a social security card. You're bought and sold on a daily basis. You are bought and sold. It's like a ship manifest is what it is. That's where the birth certificate comes from. A child being born is water birth, maritime law.
Someone's asking from the chat if you just. Someone was just asking from the chat if you said that cops shouldn't carry guns.
No, cops should not be allowed to carry guns. They absolutely should not.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's a different type of take. For sure.
Well, look at there's cops all around the world in other countries that do not carry guns. But when you're no.
Yeah, but I think those are also countries that don't have every citizen with a gun as well, right? Like they have strict gun laws. So would you be willing?
They don't have AR-15.
Yeah, but I'm saying, would you be willing to take away? Would you be willing to take away the guns from the civilians as well?
No, no. We're talking two different things. You're talking about a government that is supposed to be a servant using guns and armed shit to enforce their will, not the people's will. Well, no, they shouldn't be allowed to carry guns.
Yeah, but they
for like peace officers, peace officers or whatever they call it.
Yeah, but they.
Well, there's a difference between police and peace and law enforcement.
Okay, but they
go ahead.
They do enforce our will as well, right? So, like, if my kid, wait, let me explain.
Okay.
If my kid gets kidnapped, okay, I want the person that has the gun that can tell the person that has my kid kidnapped and hostage in a house. I want the people with the guns to tell them, if you don't come out, we're coming in there and murking your ass. That's what I want. I don't want the guys with no guns showing up to go save my daughter. I want the guys with guns showing up to save my daughter. So like this is the thing. We only listen to laws because of the gun. If there was no laws, we only listen to laws because of the gun. Because like if the police didn't have guns, but we all did, we would end up needing military enforcement because there would be a gang, like the Bloods and the Crips would just get together and say, let's fuck all these cops up. Because the cops aren't allowed to have guns. We don't give a fuck about what we're allowed to have. We're gonna have them anyways. So like I think we put the cops in a seriously bad situation if we were to do that. If we were like somewhere like Australia where they don't have guns,
I mean, I'm not saying take away guns.
If we were in Australia where where they don't have guns, that would make sense to me. To take away the police guns.
Australia
as well.
used to have guns, but anyway, guns are, the Second Amendment and all of that is about us keeping the government under control. And you kind of proved my point in it. They use the barrel of a gun to keep us in control. By the Second Amendment, I should have, and I'm entitled to, any weaponry of war that my government has. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
keeping the
yeah, but
government
I
in check,
still
not
think
the
the
government
police should.
keeping us in check.
I still want the people that are keeping us safe to have the weaponry to keep me safe. So, like the female officer, if infamous truth teller becomes an officer, and then she has to help me on the gang of guys that are beating me up. If she can't just physically help me herself, I want her to be able to spray shit before they stomp my brains into the sidewalk. I want her to be able to just buckload on them dudes. That's what I want her to be able to do.
Like I said, I ain't got nothing but some mad respect for Oazy there. He's a sharp gunner. And, just like, in that point right there, I feel like I hit it and that we're responsible for our own safety. And, to me in this debate, it kept coming back around to trading security for liberty. They're okay, the brainwashing working is, my perception of it, that, they're falling into the government is to protect us. We're not to protect ourselves. And we're not responsible for it. The government is. And like I said, I didn't have no paperwork on nothing last night. Y'all know about how organized I am. And maybe I'll try to pull up a few while I'm sitting here doing this, like on the Supreme Court ruling that, they're not obligated and have absolutely no fucking duty to protect us. Weird. And they don't. But I did have another one. I'll put it up here in a minute. But anyway, we'll keep playing. But, ultimately, my take is when it's known that pretty much everybody has a gun and is armed and that you fuck around, you're going to find out. And, the consequences of everything is you found out the hard way. You leaked until you run out of fluids or whatever. And all these hypothetical what ifs and this and that and another, they happen today. The police don't stop any of that. And whether we're talking kidnappings or whatever it is, the police don't stop any of that. They don't. They don't. And I'm not saying at times that they hadn't stepped in and prevented loss of life and things, but fuck, civilians do it all the time. Everyday Joe Schmoes do it all the time. The ones that just happen to be there, because ultimately, the cops ain't there, going to be there when you need them. They might be there 5 minutes fucking later, or they might be there fucking 5 days later. But, and some of these people making, well, they, in a stressful situation and, their life's on the line, blah, 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 they put it there. They signed up for it. Did nobody make them do it? I damn sure didn't ask them to do it. And I didn't, sign no contracts other than the ones I was forced into at the barrel of a fucking gun. The threat of it. And, I'm going to talk about armed gangs. By RICO definitions, that's whatever fucking law enforcement agency in this country is, fucking armed gangs. I mean, read the RICO Act. Pre-identifying, if they're wearing identifying shit that makes them known to members and even non-members of who they are and what they represent. You know, when they got colors, patches, whether it's on their back or on their sleeve, they're gangs. And then when they're out there armed and they're fucking, you know, pirates, rogue pirates. And like I said, I ain't speaking in anger. And like I said, I ain't trying to knock nobody over there. And all I'm saying is a programming is working, you know. And sometimes I wish I could go back to that blissfulness. Anyway, we'll move it up a little bit. It kind of got really funny to me after my phone died. I didn't want to move it there. And okay, what's going on with that? Shit, be slow. Uh,
Back again.
I don't know what the hell. Say what that does. I might be able to catch them up. Let's see. The laws are actually written on the hearts of men, not on paper.
So if all of the community agreed that the people who are like in charge should have guns, like the public servants should have guns, then would you agree with it?
No, I would not.
So
I have a
it goes
right
back
to
to
defend
your
myself
laws.
against. No, and what is true and just. If we're going for what's true and just and even natural law, I have every right to defend myself in any capability that I can lay my hands on.
Right, I understand you have the right to defend yourself, but like if I'm
a government,
if I steal from you, say, what would be your answer to this?
What there's not one generic answer. That all, for me personally, that all depends on the whole scenario and situation.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, right? This is where
But-
this is why we have
government
laws,
agency-
right? Like we have laws that we've come to a consensus that's right.
Well,
There's
no, I
maybe
didn't come to a
couple that are-
consensus.
Well,
But if it's based
the
on
majority,
community,
the majority has come
I think it was
together
the
to make
politics
the laws.
when the
right?
politics of government's involved.
Well, for one, majority rules is mob rules.
When the
And
government
whether
and
you-
politics are when they're involved, that's where the money comes in, and that's where all the corruption, But
wait,
right, like, I
you
think
just
that's
said-
what because they implement fear. Like you got dictators that.
No, okay, but that doesn't matter. That
I'm
will
just saying they
happen. But
implement
wait,
fear,
no, but that
so
doesn't
in a
matter. That
collective
doesn't
world-
matter. That doesn't matter because either way, the whoever is running the shit has to implement fear of some sort for us to listen.
No, and see, Spake, I hate to say it, but you kind of hit another point there. They have to instill fear through the barrel of a gun, but the barrel of a gun is not any way to handle anything. And according to everybody, when it comes to this topic, unless you're a cop, and enforcing the government's will. And like I said, that's just my take on it.
To laws, gangsters, and all the
Right.
criminals don't give a shit about you.
Neither do the
Okay,
cops.
they don't give a shit. And if it was up to them, they'd run you out your houses. They'd own all your fucking cars. They'd fuck all your women. If it was up to them, they'd run that shit. The city be taken over in hours.
Yeah.
If there was no police
Well,
with
ain't that
guns
what-
to
ain't
stop
that
them.
what we have?
Yeah.
Ain't that what we've got going on, especially in every major city in the country?
No,
with
not
the
like
cops?
it.
The
Not like it
cops
would
run
be
all
if the
the
cops
most
didn't
of the
have guns.
prostitution, the drugs, and all that shit.
no,
No,
hold
they
on.
do
If
not.
you're over,
They do not, though.
But they
No.
do, man.
they don't. You're overgeneralizing
No.
one profession
Yeah,
based on some fucked up people. There's fucked up people in every profession.
Yes.
Was Jeffrey?
Well,
Was Jeffrey? Wait. Was Jeffrey Epstein a cop? Was Jeffrey Epstein one of the local cops that you guys knew? I'm just wondering. No, he was not a cop, but he was running a fucking island of fuck shit, right? These are the people
because
that
he had the money to pay the cops.
No, it was. It's not a cop level. They're not there. That's a Fed level. They're doing there.
Oh, well, I know that, but they're still cops, bro, and they'll still take payoffs.
Right,
I mean,
right.
That shit is shown every day. Where
Border Patrol takes payoffs. Fucking get rid of them too, then, right?
But I've got a couple of statements to prove my point. For one, there are no good cops for law enforcement, because if there was, hold on, let me finish. For one, if there was, they wouldn't feel comfortable and complacent with the majority of them being corrupt and doing bullshit and covering it up. They, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Based off of what? What do you
Well,
base
for
that
one,
off of?
the FBI's investigation just in New York City Police Department. The FBI done a fucking investigation into them, and they're astonished at how corrupt and how far down the chain of command it goes. Two, if there were good cops, when these cops out here fuck up, especially when they blatantly get caught, the good cops would do something about it instead of stand behind a fucking blue wall of silence and cover another cop's ass. They would stretch their asses out and weed them out.
They do.
One
though.
bad apple
They
will
do,
spoil
though.
my eye. No, they sacrifice one sometimes when they absolutely have to.
But that's.
Do you know any cops?
That's wait. Okay, wait.
I think there's corrupt people and there's crooked people.
I need to.
But also speak of, no, there's no good. Well, the ones in cemeteries are pretty good when they're fertilizing freedom. But other than that, there's no good cops. For the reasons I said, and one that I didn't get to make and point with, and I'm going to use your own rules. Guilty by association. No, and I also say that, and myself included in this, people see what they want to see or what they believe. We all have a tendency to, if we got a belief system, uh, to view it from that standpoint. Uh, and my deal is all the arguments I feel like that were made just as far as cops having guns is we've seen the way it works when they have guns, and all of these astronomically almost impossible events on a daily basis, that y'all want to come up with the most extreme. What you got right now hasn't stopped any of that. And you come up with all these, gangsters and all this running the shows and this and that and another, the most extreme, but yet not even open to the idea or possibility. You've already got the mind made up, of all, the worst possible scenario. And basically all them scenarios you come up with are things that happen today that what we have right now does not work. Hasn't stopped any of it. Like I said, it might have intervened in some, but it don't stop it. Just food for thought there.
Understand what you're basing this off of, because like you've mentioned the case that the FBI is looking into some New York police department. I don't know which case you're talking about. I'll look at that, but that's one police department. That's not the majority. I'll give you that whole police department is corrupt. Every single one of them in that police department is corrupt. I'll concede to that point. That's still not the majority of police. That's not even close to the majority.
When you look around and when they want to apply it evenly across the board, they live by different laws or different rules for themselves. And when they wouldn't do unto their mother as they would do unto me and do it equally, that's corrupt. When a good portion of them are okay with going on TikTok and shit like that. When you see us driving down the road, we can speed, get the fuck out of our way. Or we're giving, if they didn't feel complacent in a majority, they wouldn't do shit like that. And you see it more and more and more every day.
No, this is not the case. This is not the case. Most of the time when people are complacent or they don't say nothing, it's because most of the time it's a rookie cop with a senior cop that is doing something fucked up, and he's scared that he's going to lose his job by going to the higher powers over this cop, because the police during the academy and everything.
Now, Spade, you spun that one right there. You said the most of the time. I'll ask you, where did you catch them sources on that? No. Just a thought.
It becomes like a fraternity. They become like a brotherhood. So they understand that.
They become a fraternity, a brotherhood, a set of gang members that will cover the other one's ass when they fuck up.
They understand that that's a part of it, right? So that makes them scared in some situations. This is usually when that happens, is the one police officer is complacent with another doing this. It's because of this. It's a lower rank with a higher ranked officer. But there's plenty of cases where higher rank officers step in all the time. I just watched a video recently of this cop being really, it's a black cop being mad rough with a black man, and the white cop steps in and pulls him off, you can't fucking do that. What are you doing right here? This happens.
I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, this happens. It does happen. There is good police officers, and I would say the majority is good police officers, because you got to think they're taking a job that they know that every day they go.
Now, here we go again. And like I said, I didn't have this anything on it. I did send him the OSHA statistics for what was 2017 after the fact. That back up what I said are pretty close as far as the numbers, and Anyway.
Well, on
Choosing.
patrol, they could get killed.
But brother, that don't cover any water. That don't cover any water with me. Every day any of us go out, we run the chance of getting killed. All right, if I choose to do something that puts that at a higher risk, hey, my job as a heating and air guy was 18 times more likely to die on the job. That don't cover any ground with me. They choose that job.
Wait, stop. What is more likely to die on the job?
A heating and air technician in the U.S. is 18 times more likely to be killed doing his job than a cop is.
I don't even know what to say.
So a simple
Look it up. Look it up. Yes.
A simple Google search for the statistics on crooked police is that it's confirmed around 1% of.
Now, I love this. A simple Google search of corrupt police, like the corrupt ones are going to report. Like they're going to go, yeah, we're corrupt as fuck. Put us on the books. That's kind of funny. No, but hey.
Police officers commit misconduct in a given year. So 1% is certainly not a majority.
Well, that's 1%. That's 1% where they investigate themselves. But they report 1% of where they
investigated. When police are investigated.
When police are investigated, it's done with internal affairs, which are all still in the same sorority, and in the same union, the police union, behind that blue wall of silence. And I understand that a lot of beat cops and shit hate fucking internal affairs because they look at them as snitches. Because they go sometimes every once in a while when they ain't got no choice and they absolutely fucking have to and they know it. They'll sacrifice one of them. They'll snitch a little bit. No, both sides of the law don't like snitches when they're snitching on their own fucking people. No.
Investigated is never in an internal investigation. It has to be done outside of anybody in connection to that department.
So that would be civilians that aren't connected to any government law enforcement agency.
Do you realize
it's a department of justice that is supposed to be behind that.
Do not like other county
and this
police
is another funny
departments
one.
at all. They don't want them.
They're sitting there talking, laying out the fact that they're gang members and they got turf and how much they hate each other, but yet acknowledge the blue wall of silence. And, sometimes it's heartbreaking. Or maybe I'm just envious of how blissful it can be. Fucking believing that.
To cross their borders. They don't want them in their cities. They want no part of any of it. So if they can find some bullshit on another county,
show me some proof behind that they don't.
So I just.
That's where they do their little Google search and go back to 1%. And like I said, I did send Easy the OSHA report. I believe that's what it was. I get a little bit better at some of this shit. I'll be and finding it and being able to share it here on screen and whatnot. I'll do it, but I'm still learning. But anyway, they lay out the turf wars and the fucking gangster mentality, but are completely oblivious to taking the guns away from the cops in the fucking apocalyptic, Walking Dead fucking scenario that they're talking about. Ain't already playing out. They're just securing the idea that the government's here to protect them.
I just searched up the 2015 fatalities for heating and air. That's what you said, right? Heating and air technicians.
Yeah, heating and air.
So they had transportation incidents, 7 fatalities. Exposure and harmful substances, it's 9 fatalities. False slips and trips is 11 fatalities. When we look at law enforcement that have been killed in the year 2015, we have 32 9/11 related illnesses, or 911 related illnesses, accidental 2, aircraft accident 3, assault 3, automobile crash 28, bomb 6, drowned 1, duty related illness 2, fall 1, gunfire 41, gunfire inadvertent 2, heart attack 21, motorcycle crash 5, struck by vehicle 5, training accident 1, vehicle pursuit 5, vehicle assault 10, and weather natural disasters 1. This was all in 2015. There's way more deaths with police officers than heating and vent.
One thing, I'm not arguing them numbers. That were reported and that were got tied. Every cop that gets killed in the job is actually automatically entered into that database.
No, these are line of duty deaths. These are line of duty deaths. These are cops that were killed in the line of duty, and your statement was that they have less of a chance of being killed on the line of duty.
I said
18% higher of the chance, you said.
More likely, yes. And like I said,
it's not true.
It is though. Hold on.
You said it's a statistic that doesn't exist. You told him to search Google for it. He did, and no 18%.
I want to know what's more dangerous about HVAC than being someone on the front line.
There's about 10 things more dangerous. For one, homeowners that run electrical lines that you don't know anything about. That is one of the biggest killers. You've got high pressure, high volatile chemicals.
Just let them finish. Let them finish, guys. Let them finish.
I mean, anhydrous ammonia. But as what I'm saying is in them numbers that you just read off, is a general overall nationwide by what is reported. Not every HVAC guy that dies on the job due to an injury on the job is reported under that category. But every cop that is killed in the line of duty is. And I believe it was, like I said, I'll try to find it, speak. I'm not going to try to argue it real hard. But there was one of the big universities done a detailed study into it. And cops are like 20th on the list of the likelihood as far as by percentage and deaths and all that reported and by capita as far as dangerous jobs. 2, they chose to do that job. They choose it. So being us sending them into them situations, no, they raise their hand.
So wait, so do the HVAC people, so you can't use that as an example.
And you're not out risking your life to protect other people. Being an HVAC worker, you could pick any.
I'm not protecting other people by making sure that they don't die of heat stroke, making sure their air conditioner works, or making sure that they got a heater. I'm not protecting other people and improving the quality of their life.
But to compare it to
compare a service in a bigger capacity, because I was asked to be there. I perform a service that people are glad to do, and instead of making up bullshit, arbitrary stuff and stealing money from people.
But especially you accuse all cops of being horrible people.
Yes,
and then
absolutely.
They're still out there.
And I didn't say horrible people. Right? No, they're not trying to save me. They're not trying to save me.
Yeah, they will. If something happens to you, if something happens,
bullshit.
They will protect you.
No, they won't. And they're not. No, they won't. They will protect themselves. No, they're not. The Supreme Court has ruled that they have no duty or obligation to protect the citizens. They're not here to protect.
Stop grandstanding. Hold up. So, just because they can protect their own health before yours doesn't mean they're not there to protect your health. There are so many people that are saved by cops. I don't know how you.
I just feel like you're classifying all cops in the same category, and I don't think they're all corrupt, and I don't think they all have bad intentions.
Yes, there are bad cops. They do bad things, but they should be weeded out.
Very small percent.
1%.
You're right, Dave. You're right.
No, sir. No, they don't have to. There's actually one video where they stood by and watched because they knew the dude and his son that were beating the shit out of somebody, and well, this is just one off the top of my head, but hold on. The Supreme Court has ruled that they have no duty or obligation to protect us.
Do you have a
The Supreme Court has ruled
do you have a
that.
source to cite?
They don't have an obligation to, but does that mean that they don't do it?
If he has all these
I guarantee you,
No.
there's no.
But there's another one. They come back to, they just acknowledge they don't have the obligation. But does that mean they're not going to? Well, then they, want to lay their safety or somebody else's on me. When I tell them I'm not obligated, then all of a sudden it's a problem. It's not that I wouldn't. I'm just, it's not my responsibility. But somehow it's supposed to be more so my responsibility to protect them or somebody else than it is for the government that they're depending on their security and safety from that don't have that obligation. They're applying, two different standards.
That says that you have to protect people with their HVAC. You have to fix their thing. You could probably leave if you decide that's not
see, you're comparing apples to oranges there.
You're the one that made the comparison to HVAC.
Hold on. For one, we're talking. Well, I was talking on one deal. I wasn't talking about anything except for the statistical death. But what I'm saying is,
that machine that you want to go fix, and you deem it too dangerous, you're allowed to walk away. You don't have to fix that if you deem it too dangerous. Am I wrong?
No, it's all right.
They don't have to choose the job that they're in, but they chose to be a public servant. Yes, and I'm not bitching about it.
Should they force you to fix? What I'm saying is, should they force you to fix ill-built HVAC systems or whatever?
I did not sign up to be a public servant. Okay, that's what the difference is. And you don't hear me bitching about it or trying to put myself in a higher elevated position or to rule another man. When did I bitch about it?
Cowboy, just to be clear, does your company only work with private people or something?
No, I actually some of them that I have worked for. No, I work with I worked with private citizens, but the information to acquire my service was
yeah, if I lived, this is my question to you, Cowboy. If I lived near you, can I call your company and get you to come work on my HVAC?
Well, I don't work for a company anymore, but you could call me if I knew you.
Okay,
yeah, definitely, but
yeah, that's my point. So you would work for me. I'm the public, and you would work for me. You would be serving the public.
Well, no, like I said, to me that's different.
Can you define what a public servant is? Because public
any government actor.
No, a public servant is actually a person who's appointed or elected to serve the public office, not to be the public's bitch.
Oh, yes, ma'am. A servant is to be my bitch. You're to do what they're told.
No, sir.
A servant, I'm a master. Yes, ma'am.
No, sir, it is not.
Yes.
What?
That is
Are
not
you
true
going
at
back
all.
to slavery or something? What the fuck?
No.
Wait,
I'm using their terms. I'm using their terms and what they claim to be.
No.
A public servant is a public servant. Me doing heating and air work or any private other things as a private individual or even through a company that is available to what would be called public, which is actually private citizens when it's like that. Because that's what we're all supposed to be, is private citizens. But when they take on that public office, whether it's a mayor or a city director or that is an elected or appointed public office. Me being a heating and air tech is not.
Technically, we're all private citizens that work for the public.
Except for when you're in that capacity, you are not a public citizen. You forfeit your rights and take on duties. And that's all you have. You don't have rights as a public servant. You have duties.
Just so you know. Like you got it all mushed together. You're mixing up.
Do they have rights or
fucking
not?
slaves.
I think we're getting a little bit mixed up here because, like, you first earlier said that they can choose not to protect you, but then you just said they don't have rights because they're a public servant. Which one is it?
For one, it's been ruled that they're not obligated to protect us, and two, when they swear an oath and they take on that job as a public servant, they forfeit their rights to fit the duties of that job. It's all they have, and it's all they're entitled to is to fulfill the duties of the job of the public servant role that they took on. They don't have rights. It is true.
They do have rights, though.
No, not when they're in that capacity. They do not.
Show me where it says that they don't have rights.
You know,
when
I'm gonna tell every cop I know that you know their job better than them. I'm gonna let them all know. I'm gonna tell them.
What makes them not so well? What makes it not? What makes them a legal expert in what? And enforcement. They have not ever even. Most of them don't even know what the First Amendment is.
Yes, they do.
You're fucking me right now.
No, I'm not.
You're just making you're making claims with no substantiation. You're like most of them don't know what the First Amendment is.
You really believe that? Oh yeah, I do. And even if they know, they don't give a shit. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of videos of people simply recording in public.
Okay, I can show you statistics. I can show you statistics that would tell you that black people commit more crimes than white people. Do you think we should just might as well lock them all up? Might as well lock up all black people since they're the ones doing all the crimes? Is that what we should do?
I never said that. I never even suggested that. No, absolutely not.
Right. It would be wrong right now for me to say, oh, black people are just fucking criminals and this is fucking disgusting. All based off some videos that I've seen. But you're comfortable to say that about police officers.
Absolutely. Anything in the government. Absolutely. It's corrupt from the bottom up or it wouldn't be as rampant as it is. Whether they comply and simply look the other way and don't say anything and just keep their head down and do their jobs, just like all of Hitler's SSs did, it didn't work for them. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And by their own,
when you become a police officer, you give up your right to self-protection.
I never said that.
That's the arguments that you're making.
No. You're picking and choosing. I also mentioned unabridgeable rights that can't be taken or given by man or government. Right to protection and self-preservation falls under that.
Yeah.
But when they sign into
that, they have to risk their life to save you.
No, I did not. No, that is not. You're trying to put words in my mouth. I've always said I can protect and serve myself.
That's what the law says.
No, listen,
telling you what the Supreme Court said. They don't say they can just walk away for no reason. If they feel like there's an imminent danger to them, they have the ability to move out, to not engage.
But they don't have an obligation to engage if it's if I'm in danger.
If their life if it would put their life in danger, no, they don't.
So they don't have an obligation to protect. No, I'm not saying that. They're saying that that's what they're doing.
Are you saying they should? Or
no, I'm saying they claim that. Listen, I'm saying that. What I kept trying to say is, for one, y'all say they put their life on the line every day for you and for the safety and security that they don't have that they feel secure in. And then they make this argument. They try to argue it from both sides, it seems to me. That they're there to protect us, they're going to, and that we should rely on them to protect us. That's the guys we want to call the armed gang members to come protect us. But yeah, we can't. Anyway. No, I should be able to protect and serve myself, and nobody else is obligated to do that for me.
Okay,
so then they aren't serving.
Then why are you not? Then why are you saying that the cops should have to step in?
I never said they should have to. I simply said no. That is not my argument.
They don't have to. is what you're pissed off about.
No, I'm not. See, you're making assumptions there. I never, for one, I'm not mad.
They're not.
No.
You're mad because they're not required.
No, I did not say I was mad because they were not required to defend me. I simply said that it had been ruled that they don't have the obligation to defend me.
Yeah,
and made the statement that is not what they do.
You know what? You're right. They are not legally obligated to save ungrateful fucks, but they do every day. They lose their lives every fucking day. And it's usually for a piece of shit that thinks that they're their bitch, that thinks that they
are
don't
my
fucking
bitch.
matter.
I never said they didn't matter. They signed up to be a servant. They signed up. They signed up to. But say it's okay for the public to be the servant's bitch, and the servant is supposed to serve the public. You know, you both sides of the fence, sir. And you know, and kept trying to say I said this and I said that when I didn't say none of them things. Y'all made assumptions from a statement, and y'all just run to the most extremes, and all of that. And like I said, I didn't have any paperwork on it, and I still don't. I say it's, you know, either a great Mandela effect where the universes are bumping into each other and there's different realities bleeding one into the other, or they're all collapsing in onto one, which is another possible explanation of the Mandela effects. And because there's in a lot of ways that a lot of other areas, you know, that different views or different memories or whatever keep colliding into each other. Not just this one or this topic. You know, because from where I sit, fucking videos what, you know, what the cops do across the fucking country and the attitudes that they have, and there's some of them that I've showed here. And the disdain that they have for the public. It's mind-boggling. Be a servant.
No,
look
yeah,
at the word servant.
I think you guys are
I am.
Wait. I think
as we the people, I am above them. They are a government agency. Yes, they are. I am supposed to have the people or the power, not them. I never. Yes, look it up. It says we. But it also says we the people. Look at your Constitution and the way the law says. We the people of the United States as a conglomeration of all of us, as the individual and as a consortium. Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
but that's why we voted. That's why we voted in the laws we have. That's why we come to. That's why the countries come together as a majority, right? Like
mob rule.
You said that police officers shouldn't have guns, like so like that you'd be leaving so many people left with no safety.
No, I wouldn't
whatsoever.
Yeah, wouldn't be.
I'll take dangerous freedom over secured change any day of the week.
You take you want it
now. Yeah, I'll take fucking dangerous fucking freedoms and liberties over secured tyranny, however you want to say it, any day of the week. And see, this is a little bit of gaslighting there coming up. So I want to take the ability away from the few, the cops, to protect me with the gun, to ensure that I can protect me in that manner. And by that being, you know, their basis, then I want to take it away from some poor old granny or some shit like, no, put it all in their hands. You know, but, you know, it's kind of funny. They tried to tell me to stay on topic, and then they run, 7 different directions in it.
To be lawless, right?
No, I say you're putting words in my mouth.
No. Okay,
I never said that.
So wait, how do you sorry, Dave, chill.
Sorry.
Let me ask. How do you enforce? How do you enforce the laws then?
We've been through that. For one, you got unity society in general.
But
generally.
there isn't unity. No. You have to tell me how we do it today.
Well, then if we're going on mob rules, all that bullshit, you enforce it however you can enforce what you think the law is.
So,
but I will
like
still take dangerous. I'll take dangerous freedom over secured fucking tyranny any day of the week. If I'm not harming somebody, it ain't none of nobody else's business.
Wait, that's the point, though. That's the point of the laws. Right? The laws are there for when you are harming people.
If the laws were there simply for that, then we wouldn't be getting stopped for traffic tickets. They wouldn't be trying to take our rights and our abilities to defend ourselves.
That's a law. That's breaking the law. When you like a traffic ticket.
No, that is not breaking the law. That is breaking the commercial code of vehicle code on state highways.
That's a law.
No. There's a difference between the law and a code and a statute.
So you think there should be just like wild? So I should be able to drink and drive then, Cowboy?
Yes. I didn't say that either, brother.
So who stops me from drinking and driving?
That is not what I said.
Who stops me from drinking and driving? Because I can't be pulled over. So who stopped me?
You got to stop yourself, or the bartender has to.
No. I want to hear his answer, guys. Let me hear his answer to this.
For one, like I said, I didn't say I had the answer to all the problems or to all the imperfections, but neither does this government. Neither does it, anybody.
No, we do. And, if someone's reported like they're driving drunk, will they get pulled over and arrested?
Maybe or maybe not. Drunk? Maybe not. I can't tell you how many times, because that's the only time I've ever picked up the phone to call a cop was in a situation like that, and where they didn't show up or ended up having to stop them my damn self.
Well, the police can't show up instantly.
So therefore, they don't have the absolute right or the ability to protect me or anybody else. They just have a
how
perceived.
Would you pull over a car yourself? Would you you pit them?
There's more than one way to get a car to stop. There's more than one way to get a car to stop. So you're going to
put all the other cars around you in danger just to stop this one car?
Why not? The cops do. What's the difference between me and them?
Actually, they're not even allowed to chase if it gets to a certain speed. If it's a motorcycle,
I got video that proves otherwise.
Yeah,
the law
of this. I get that.
I've got video of me in that situation. Okay. I've got video of me in that situation. In Oklahoma, they have laws on the book. You're not allowed to start, continue, or anything else a pursuit of a motorcycle in excess 100 miles an hour or more. And I've got over 20 minutes of video of a cop initiating one on me at over 100 miles an hour. And you know what happened to him? Not a damn thing. They will put people's lives at risk.
They were chasing you on a motorcycle?
Oh, just a lawbreaker.
They were chasing you on a motorcycle at 100 miles an hour?
Well, I didn't know they were there, because if I'd have known that they were there.
For 20 minutes?
Have you ever rode a Harley Davidson at 120 miles an hour?
You don't use your rearview mirror?
They spin like a top. You sound like, see, you know what you're talking about there. It damn near fell off. But yeah, you don't know they're there. At 120.
Army vet in chat said laws were created to defend the poor and defenseless. You defend yourself. What about those who cannot?
I'm responsible for my community.
So yeah, that's what I mean. I said that's why we have police. Because if we left it up to like that, there would be people that just get left out and not cared about. You think I'm gonna help out the guy that does meth every day and begs for money on the street? You think I'm taking away from my family to help that guy? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that.
When that guy's in my community, and you have a community, and you know your neighbor,
I don't make enough money to help my children, my mother, my grandmother, and everybody else's grandmother and mother as well.
It comes down to money.
Well, how the fuck else can you help me, Cowboy? How can you help me?
There's all kinds of other ways.
Yeah, okay. I'm on the street. I'm on the street doing meth every day. How are you helping me? How do you supply me the methadone? How do you get me off the meth? How do you house me? This is what I mean. We need love.
we need the laws to keep this from happening and help them people. Where's that fucking help at? It don't work. You're beating a dead horse with fucked up facts.
Laws. We need laws, man.
How do the laws help them people on the street? How do any of them laws do that?
Well, keep people from ripping through their town at 100 miles an hour and running somebody over.
Right.
They don't.
And so they automatically assume through town. Bunch of assumptions. Funny shit. There it is to me.
That's why.
There was 5 people talking there. I didn't hear none of it. Oh, I heard it all, but didn't understand it.
I'm sorry, Dave. You go ahead first. I'll go ahead.
I said there's statutes that stop people from driving at 100 miles an hour through a city, possibly running over those people or hitting them, or people from driving drunk and getting in an accident and killing possibly multiple people with one accident and walking away more often than not. Because somehow the drunk.
No, see, he said there's laws that prevent them from doing it. Well, if the laws prevented people from doing any of this shit, I wouldn't have video of me fucking doing it. They wouldn't continue to be DUI arrests on the streets every day. The laws ain't doing shit. They just make you feel more comfortable with what, goes on a daily basis. And I'm not advocating for any of the behavior, even my own. But like I said, only by, I present and fucking contest and, the evidence is there that the only motherfucker I put in danger that day was me. Period.
A person always seems to live in those situations.
And then I also said you don't think there's like drug courts and stuff that don't lead people to get help that need it. Like that's what that stuff's. When people land in trouble, they always try to
the fabric of the community.
I feel like
They're
you live in a very rural community that you're not aware of how.
Oh no! When I was 15 years old, I was buying weed out of Oklahoma City Police Department. So,
okay, Cowboy,
yeah.
do you vote?
No, I do not surrender my will to another slave master.
That's it. That's all we need to know. Yes or no?
That's all we need to know.
Absolutely. So
See, this
what?
is something else. If you don't participate in our system the way we think you should, there's something wrong with you, and you're not allowed to have an opinion. Because our opinion is that if you don't follow what we do, then you don't have an opinion and you can't say anything. Mob rule, right? That's what y'all advocate for, mob rule. Not even a democracy, but really a democracy breaks down to mob rule. Let's get back to the republic, or it's the individual. The individual. Do y'all want to be Borg, part of the Hive Collective?
Because I don't vote, I'm not allowed an opinion, or don't have a right to say anything. Or
it's a good way to voice your opinion.
Yes,
how
it's an amazing way. If
How
you
so?
have as huge of an opinion as you do, it's an amazing way to stand up and say what you
well, it's also an amazing way, and another way the government has stripped rights away from the free living man.
No, that is a right that we all fought for everyone to have.
I'll argue that point all day long. But anyway, when you for one, what a democracy is, mob rules, plain and simple, majority rules. That's mob rule. And when you vote, you're saying, I want my slave master over your slave master. So therefore, you surrender a lot of your rights as a free living soul. Well, it may not make sense, but it's the law, and that's the way the shit works when you study. When you
I'm not a slave.
Me either.
Okay.
But I got my master, I guess.
It's a matter of perception then.
So when your water stops running, should there not be laws in place that they have to come take care of that, or should every plumbing company be able to tell you fuck yourself?
This is something else that's out in left fucking field. A private company is a private company. The Supreme Court's ruled on this, over making, what was the homosexual fucking party cakes or whatever. I don't have to do, each business has a right to refuse to do business with anybody. They're not obligated to fucking do business. They're not obligated to take care of you. you know, this went down a rabbit hole of 9 different ways, you know. So, and it really did. It went from the cops having guns to be for private plumbing companies to be forced to fix your water for whatever reason.
And let you live without plumbing.
Every plumbing company, they can pick and choose.
So you should be able to be just completely shut out and your plumbing denied. That's what you're saying right now.
Right.
That's not what I said.
Okay,
that's not what I said. I said
my question. No, cowboy. My question is, you have to answer my question. My question is, should the plumbing companies all be able to tell one person, no, we're not fixing your plumbing, and nobody enforces that?
What do you mean? Nobody enforces the plumbing company saying no, or their ability to say no?
Right. You wouldn't, like, if every company was telling you no, you would be able to go to your local government. No, but you would be able to go to your local government and get it fixed because you're. What do you mean no? You would die without plumbing. You would die without plumbing.
That bullshit. No, you wouldn't.
Now, say like the Hollywood now, and they're going to try to come back. You know, you'll die without plumbing. Then how the fuck did we get here? I mean, we lived hundreds of years without plumbing. You know, hell, I ain't got no plumbing right now. I doesn't mean I don't have access to waters and facilities, but I don't have any fucking indoor plumbing. You know, so you won't die without it. You know, period. You're not going to die without plumbing.
I've not died yet. I haven't. There's a difference between water and plumbing. There's a difference between water and plumbing.
You're gonna die without heater or air conditioning, but plumbing, fuck it. No, I don't need it.
I didn't say that you would die without heating or air. I never said that either. Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Come on.
But where they choose to live and how they choose to live, my services have been.
Another person on panel. Let's see what he has to say. Hi, Kazume. How you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm doing all right. It was just weird. I had my mouse. Oh, thanks. I had my mouse. I've been watching you guys on the center screen, but on the other screen, I have 3 screens, and I was looking at something on the screen to the right, and suddenly it had. I was in the where you're not totally. You're in the. You're.
They probably fucked it up. I'll probably have to stop sharing and go back out. But anyway, let's stop it.
He's almost.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's a point right there.
That's
the reason you don't have gun-free zones, and if everybody unity.
Okay. But there's people that live on less than like 1,000 a year, right? Because of how broke they are. No.
So these are, you know, I'm sure there are, but that's another one of them deals of an extreme hypothetical and assumptions. I don't know if there are or not. So. Anyway. This is up here close to where
they're toting the biggest. But should there really?
There would be the haves and have-nots.
Should there be super wealthy over super poor?
What?
Especially if they're working and contributing to society.
What incentive do we have in that world? Because it's like self-sustaining, right? It's like we're very self-sustaining in this world you're talking about. What incentive do we have to help, say, like mentally disabled children? What incentive do we have? They're not going to grow up.
What incentive do we have now?
What?
I don't think he cares about that easy.
Okay.
Oh,
See, now you're making assumptions that are bullshit because I actually have several family members in them situations. So you might want to know who in the fuck
Do you know
you're
what? Do
talking.
you know what
You're
incentive
assuming
we
that
have?
I don't.
Do you know what incentive we have? That the government takes care of this stuff. We pay taxes. We pay taxes.
The government takes care of it. Easy. I didn't notice last night. You thought you had me there. No, the government takes care of it. It's just the takeoff of the socialist shit. The government takes care of. That's the incentive. The government takes care of it instead of us, one human being to the other. No, but yeah, the government took care of it, didn't it? Ask them Indians.
We pay taxes to the government to take care of this stuff, to help us with this.
No.
How about all those single mothers that the dudes fuck and then just leave, and we have housing for them? Should we say fuck having housing for them? Cowboy. I'm gonna wait. No, everyone stop, because I'm gonna ask my question again because you were laughing while I'm asking you. So my question is again: all those single mothers that the dudes fuck and then leave them stranded, that we have housing and a lot of government help for.
And I was laughing. I worked my ass off not to laugh the second time either, because it's funny. Like I said, I see it as not being held accountable for the consequences of one's actions, and to me, having humanity and empathy for my fellow man, these are preposterous questions because, of course, I'm going to take care of, the disabled and things to the best of my ability, because they've got a role in life and in the community and everything else. But to be, I guess, so secure in the belief and the idea that that's what you pay taxes for, and that the government's going to make sure that they're taken care of and have a quality of life, is just, I know better, and it's scary to think, to rest so securely on the government that has proven over and over and over that, well, for one, it's a fucking corporation, and two, that has proven over and over and over that they don't give a fuck about us except for that money. And that's what you're a slave to, that job and that time clock and everything. And they're, you're a slave to them. And talk about paying taxes with a grin and glad to have your fucking money stolen. No.
Your welfare and all this. Should we say fuck those bitches? Let them die. Let them and their kids die. Should we be like, it's not our responsibility to help them?
Yeah, where's that answer?
Ultimately, it's not. It's not one individual's or anybody else to pay the consequences. To pay the consequences of somebody else's action.
I'm glad we've come far
whether
enough.
It's murder or kids or anything like that.
Happens, though. That's nobody's actions. It is the fault of just
nobody's actions. You're excusing the shitty decisions of whatever scenario, and bypassing all of that and just cutting to the, some girl has, kids and, with multiple baby daddies and can't support none of them and blah, 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 blah. I'm glad the government's there because, as a community, we're not going to do it. That's absurd.
That's just how life happens sometimes, bro.
The choices of their life, whether it's slitting somebody's throat or having kids without the ability to take care of them, that is the consequences of their actions.
So
you have a lot of incentive for people to rob banks and kill other people. I have a lot, in that world you're talking about, I have a lot of incentive to be a really big dick. I have a lot of incentive. You think we have corrupt cops now or corrupt sheriffs now? In a world that I get to govern it once everybody votes me in that bitch? Are you serious?
You and me?
Well, I'll say, but that, and this right here. And like I said, mad respect. And I got some love for you, Easy, but I hear where you're coming from, but a perception, I guess, because I don't look at if I have the opportunity to fucking strong arm and to fucking impose my will or my rule on anybody else, nor have it imposed on me. And I guess that's the difference. I don't come at the world from that angle and from that ideology. I just don't.
Listen, cowboy, I'm telling you, in this world, it would take me months to take over America.
Absolute power brings absolute corruption. And that's what
that
we're
would be
dealing with
absolute
now.
power. That's absolute power.
No.
Anyone I have a problem with, I can just go bang. Anyone I have a problem with, just bang, 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 bang. Everyone's scared of me. The first, I do it to one person, and
everyone is scared of the government. Everyone is scared of the government.
Thank you. I like that.
On some level.
I like the fact that people are scared to, like,
we're not supposed to be fearful of the government. The government's supposed to be fearful of us. And by natural law, them people would be scared of that shit. They're not, because a lot of the laws protect them. Chomos and diddlers and motherfuckers like that get more liberties than any of us. Yeah.
That is not true.
It is.
But like I said, wait. I would like him to break this down a little bit more for me. I would like to know how all these people have way more liberties than us.
Well, for one, you got to
let him answer.
I want him to answer. I just wanted to make sure that's what I heard. Pedophiles have more liberties.
Oh, this damn motherfucker.
Got to the hospital and I'm like, who the fuck is that guy in the suit? I'm freaking out, obviously. And I hear, oh, that's internal affairs. And I'm like, get that motherfucker out of here. Well, we can't. I was pissed because I'm like, why the fuck are you here investigating? Like, it was on the job. He saved people. Why are you here?
My phone died.
Right.
But they have to do that to make sure like everything's playing forward. Absolutely. Right? Like that's why all these rules are put in place. But
absolutely.
I'm gonna hop back down. That guy was saying some shit, and I was just like, I think I want to.
I've never heard something for somebody to sit back and claim they're not a citizen in my life. I was like, I've never heard so much stuff from somebody that claims to not be one.
Well,
and see, they keep bringing up soft civ, and I told them what the definition of that was, and they acknowledged that that's what it was, and yet, they're back to, trying to be derogatory and whatnot, and I don't see it as derogatory. I see it as their ignorance and whatnot.
Have your basis.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye. To have the basis of your argument be because you weren't allowed to fucking risk people's lives by going over 100 miles an hour? Like, are we serious right now?
Right, you're just out here breaking the damn rules yourself. So what? You're just a lawbreaker that wants to get the fuck away with it. That's what I felt like.
That's always who it is.
So
it's always people. Yes, it's always people breaking the law that have an issue with the fucking law.
Yeah,
it's never law by
people that don't participate in their community and then claim to brag about being part of a community.
Right.
So am I right to think that if he said this about a doctor because he had a bad experience with a doctor,
and I don't go
for the rest of his life he's not going back to any doctor because they're all bad? But when he needs his life saved, what is he gonna do?
Call a doctor.
No. That's just straw manning his argument. That's not what he's saying. He's just trying to fucking. say that he's trying to like basically advocate it's basically the Native American times where everybody governed their own stuff. While I was out in the other room, I'm still brewing my coffee. It's because it's like I have it on this thing and I pour the water in and this filters right over my cup and everything. But anyways, that's why it's taking long. But yeah, I was trying to stick to some real coffee instead of instant coffee all the time. But I heard all of them say about the rural community. Obviously, I'm not gonna say where, but if I'm not mistaken, you gotta admit there's like how far away are the houses from each other? That's why it's like that, right? Like everyone's so far from each other. Like it's not the same as like where I am in Canada, right?
No. Where this rural community is,
we couldn't do that over here.
No, where I'm from, the rural communities, their houses are very close together. It's only like 200-300 people in each community. The houses are very close together because they're fishing off. These communities came from years ago where they came in boats and fished, right?
I know where you're talking
about.
Okay, yeah, they are
right.
Okay. They are
know where I'm
close to
from.
each other, but the thing is, they're also you know how it is there. It's very different.
It's totally different. Totally
It's not like the city life, like at all. Like those people are very
no.
That's
why I'm saying that I can understand.
The population's small.
Well, that's why I'm saying I can understand his whole idea of, you rely on your community and your neighbors. But at the end of the day, even in those areas right now in today's age, we still need the RCMP to come in and take care of the guys that are stabbing someone or raping someone or breaking into the school, right? So at the end of the day, he's thinking you do it all on your own. Hey, listen, I've been in communities with only 150 people.
Love the way y'all
and
think. Y'all know what I think.
Yeah, sure, they rely on each other, but at the end of the day, something serious happens, those RCMP come in and we need them.
No, it just makes it easier on you, and you've gotten lazy, and and I'm not saying help coming and all that ain't a good thing, but but like I said, you'd much rather fucking give it to the government that way. You get it for nothing or whatever. It don't make a whole lot of sense. You get taxed and you pay for all that shit, and then when you make usage of it, you have to pay for it again, and the fucking paper you've already paid for, and pay the fucking employees' time that you've already fucking paid out of your goddamn taxes. But how does that bootleg tax?
Oh yeah, you need that's why I was trying to say about who enforces the law, because like if it gets to the point where like the communities are enforcing the law, like I'm sorry, but I'm not. If we're all governing our resources and everything within ourselves, then like I am not like if I don't have the outside resources, like the reason that's why like I'm sorry, I love capitalism. Okay, the reason that I can profit off of say YouTube is because I can reach the people around the world. If I can only like be what I am in a small community that's at war with other communities, basically, and like I'm the one who thinks I know the right way to do things. Like you got to think of how many people there's going to be like me in there, and then we're all just going to be battling for who actually fucking has the right way to do things.
Right.
Within the communities themselves would be hectic. The reason, like it would. Yes, there's be some communities that would work just fine. Say we all just stop doing it the way we're doing it, and we did it like that. There'd be some communities that would end up working out, but there would be some that just don't. Like I said, all the like
one rule don't work everywhere.
The gangsters own all the mansions that live nearby. Right. Any mansions nearby, any good nice cars nearby, they own everything. Everything.
Yep.
They go to every Gucci store there is, every fucking anything that's worth money, every diamonds, anything that's worth fucking any money, everything. They clean this all out within days. It'd be it'd be like a purge. Like it would be like literally.
That's what I was saying to him. He's literally advocating for a daily purge. That's it. for the
That's your perception. That's what you wanted to hear. So that's funny. You know, through all of that, kept saying, I said this and I said that when I didn't say none of them things. And you wanted answers, but couldn't nobody sit still long enough. I did get a little passionate, but and everybody had their own questions in it too. I understand, the concept of looking at something from a different angle, and instead of writing with the mob rules or the mob mentality, and drawing a hard line and all the extremities of the questions and scenarios to try to prove your points, to statements that I hadn't really finished. But it seems to go that that's the way them things go, and they chase rabbits and all that. But and like I said, I've never claimed to have all the answers to all this shit. But I don't have to either. For one, I never made the claim I did, and to make the claim that something ain't right, and to be able to point out why I believe that, don't mean I have to justify or convince anybody else of it. It don't mean I'm right and you're wrong, or you're wrong and I'm right. But it means we look at shit two different ways, and as long as what I'm doing don't affect, hurt, harm, or you or anyone else, what fucking opinion or business do you have or anybody else in them affairs? So, but anyway, like I said, hell, I look forward to shit again, brother. And like I said, open-minded debate's always good. And like I said, I didn't mean to start a ruckus or anything like that, but yeah, that's kind of the way I say shit. And, so that's just what it is. So until then, I guess you can go fuck yourselves and have a blessed night at the same time. So we'll catch y'all motherfuckers on the flip side of the upside down world.